Hi all. Right, yes, continuing on from yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday I shot the video in the car park. At the moment I am in Bristol. Just behind me is the Clifton Suspension Bridge. You may or may not have heard of it. It's a big famous bridge in Bristol, designed by Brunel. Just continuing from yesterday, I was it's probably the second time I've been out and about, really. The sludge that I still drink, got at least another 8-9 days left on it. So all the badness of the other drug is being drawn out of my body and flushed away, literally. I will sort of pan and tilt the camera around in a bit to give you some idea where I'm parked, and if I can convince my good lady to spend I think it's £1 now. We'll go over the bridge on the way home, and I'll get her to video it on this camera so you can capture it and show you what it's like. Yes, well, I'm just trying to think where I was yesterday. Been taken off the Abaggio, so I'm on this drug, which I still can't remember the name of it. It's going well. The only noticeable thing for me is I haven't had the major side effect of diarrhea or constipation. Although for the first time in a long time, things actually seem to be normal in that department. So happy days. Late last night, I had a phone call from a work colleague that was trying to get home from a pub. Thankfully, the pub is literally 10-minute drive from where I live. So yeah, I was an Uber driver last night for about 15 minutes. I was out down to pick her up and take her home, her and her boyfriend. Slightly jolly, should we say. She wasn't ravingly drunk or anything stupid like that, but she was happy. So that was my good deed of the day yesterday. And today, what have I done today? Not a lot really. I've been doing a lot of study, so I'm looking at doing an exam soon. Definitely before the end of October. That's the deadline, but it's quite a complicated exam. I've done it, part of it before. In the past, the exam was in 2 parts, and the first part was done, no problem at all. The second part, I just couldn't get my head around it. It's been a nightmare. One of the side effects of the MS I found is my memory is shot to pieces. I could read something and understand it, work with it a few times, and then literally the following day it's gone. But you know, there's certain things I can remember, and I'm trying a new tact at the moment, which is repeat. Yeah, part of the exercises I'm doing at the moment is literally going over and over and over and over questions that they're all not the same question, obviously, but they're all the same subject content. That's the word I was looking for. So that's that. So going back to where I am at the moment, it's nice and quiet here. Surprisingly not busy. It's been a lovely day again in Bristol, which is a rarity. Blue sky stuff and some sunshine, although it's clouded over quite a bit now. My good lady has gone to the suspension bridge to go and take some photographs of the sunset. She's a little tiny bit of a sunset fanatic. I think it's probably the best way of saying it. Anyway, back to the MS. Again, I think I've mentioned it before. Thankfully, the car I drive is an automatic. Left leg just comes along for the ride, so without having a clutch to press, the left leg can cope quite well. So driving's quite fun. I'm really surprised I'm not on a fully restricted license. My neurologist did tell the DVLA, and every time I speak to the DVLA, which is probably once every couple of years, I do ask them to confirm that they've got MS on my records, and they do confirm that. The insurance side of it, yes, again with them, I check to make sure that the MS is recorded with them, but they say they're not really interested, but they'll make a note of it. So yeah, still able to drive. Not as much as I used to. When I was, let's say 10 years ago, I used to love driving everywhere and really used to enjoy driving. Really used to enjoy it. Now, maybe it's my age, I just drive to a bare minimum. So I'm just trying to work out. There's a guy. Oh, he's got a little child with him. So there's a guy still on the grass field that's right next to me, and he was put his arms out like he was trying to plead to somebody, and I was like looking at the balconies of the houses because it was just like, have you just had a fallout with somebody? And there's a little kid there, so he's playing with the kid. Yeah, this is like a bit of a chippy choppy weird video again at the moment. It's just all over the place. Health wise, the thing that has changed for me is I've been having some arterial fibrillations in the old ticker. It's not racing like it used to do when I'm having an AF episode. It's sort of normal rate, but just irregular. So I went and saw my doctor, which was funny because I was on steroids at the time, so I couldn't mix with anybody. So the doctor, I went and saw her, so she's sort of back entrance kind of thing and keeping separate things from everybody. Had an ECG, that was sent off to the hospital. The hospital finally contacted her, which was a bit reassuring as it wasn't a rush. So I was thinking, can't really be that serious. But they've started me on some drugs called beta blockers, which I'm taking at the moment. I'm also monitoring my own blood pressure and things, which is fairly regular, but I'm still seeing this atrial fibrillation thing in the heart at the moment. So the GP is due to phone me next week, I believe it is. So they may want to increase the drug a little bit. Don't know. I'm not an expert on that. How do I feel? I feel okay. I feel it's not a pain. It's like, I described it to my friend last night. It's almost like you've eaten some dry bread and it hasn't gone down the system very well. It's sort of got stuck halfway down. And how much ever water you drink to sort of get rid of it, you can sort of feel this like lump in your throat. And that's what it feels like. But it's not there all the time. In fact, where I'm sat at the moment, I'm not feeling anything. I did say to the doctor, one of the things that does fix the irregular heartbeat for a few seconds, about half a minute or so, is if I burp. If I do that, it gets rid of it. And about half a minute later, it comes back again. Burp, it goes away again. That has reduced, but it's still there. So that's where we are with the old ticker, which is going along. It's the second time this guy's come around here on the bike. It's weird. It's almost like deja vu. So a guy on a bike just cycling past me, staring at me like, what am I doing here? Yeah, that's the ticker sort of dealt with. I spoke to the doctor's surgery. I spoke to the prescribing nurse, I think they call her, role. And we discussed my drugs, and they've been modified slightly, and they've just been increased by 0.8 of a gram. Sort of helped, but not quite conquered it. So they might need to increase it again. That's what I said. But apparently my risk of heart failure and stroke and things are quite low. I'm on the lower end of the risk. Although, and I totally agree with her, I do need to lose weight, which you'd be glad to know if you really care. I am actually doing that slowly. It's not, I don't eat or anything like that. I don't, yes, I have a sweet tooth, but I don't go and buy cakes, biscuits and stuff like that. So that's all cut out. I eat the stuff we cook at home. A lot of vegetables, a lot of vegetarian meals. I'm not a vegetarian, but we do cook a lot of vegetarian style foods. The weight is not falling off, but it is reducing. The old genes are certainly a lot looser, and at some stage I will need to put yet another set of holes in the jeans, in my belt rather. I've I've punched into the belt itself since I've had the belt. I must have punched probably 5 holes in it now, so it's all positive, but there's still a way to go. So the other thing is starting slowly or just eating sensibly, and I only have 2 meals a day now. Have breakfast now, I have an evening meal. I don't bother with lunch or anything. What I have started doing, and I do recommend this to anybody, you've probably all heard it as well before, lots of fluid, lots and lots of fluid. Certainly fools the stomach into thinking it's full. Breakfast usually toast, and when I have an evening meal, I don't sort of eat during the day. Like I said, it's just, I kind of got used to it, and it's cool, as they say. Right, let me show you some of the video of where I am around me. Right, welcome back. I'm in a disabled bay. You can just see the reflection of my blue badge, and I can't remember the name of the park, but it's greenery all around me, and there's some very expensive houses. They are nice. You see, they're quite popular. The bridge, I don't know if you can see it behind me. The bridge is sort of that way. I'm guessing, I'm just pointing the camera roughly, I can't see what I'm looking at the moment. So the bridge is behind me, and as I said, if my good lady will video it, we'll go over. And this is the suspension bridge.
Wow. It's got the traffic light.
The voice you can hear is my good lady.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright. People out on the interweb know that I'm married. There you go, that is the suspension bridge.